Alright, so things are wrapping up with Sonic Frontier's marketing campaign for the month. It's the last day of June and we are entering a new phase of Sonic Frontier's marketing, and Sega's entire partnership with IGN when it comes to Sonic Frontier's marketing has come to an end. They posted their last video today, which is basically about the Cyberspace stages, since the embargo officially lifted yesterday, June 29th, on the Cyberspace stages. So there's a lot I want to cover. I want to cover IGN, Game Informer, and also want to talk about a few other things just to recap all the news that's happened lately. So basically this is a roundup video. So let's get started, but before we do, be sure to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get this channel to 100k subscribers by the end of the year. Alright, now first of all, I want to talk about Sonic Origins speed strats. Sega made a third video on the speed strats, and this time it was revolved around Sonic CD. You know, I was wondering what happened to these because it's been like 10 days since the last speed strats video. I thought they stopped it, you know, because it was like, what happened? I hope they put out the rest of these like every day, or not every day, at least once a week, because we gotta cover at least Sonic 2 and 3 and Knuckles as well. So expect to see, I think, at least 2 more speed strats. But I really like this one. I haven't talked about the previous ones that much, other than Mardiculous, you know, doing the voice. But I really like this one. I feel like they put more effort into this. Maybe that's why it took longer to come out. You know, I loved all the lore they talked about when it came to Sonic CD. I especially liked the ending when, you know, Evans went back through time. So he started talking in a transatlantic accent. For those of you who don't know, that's how a lot of Americans talk like back in the day in the early 20th century. They had like a transatlantic accent. They were actually taught how to speak like that when it came to, you know, radios, TVs, and all that stuff. It's weird because it's like an American attempt at British accents. It's weird, but, you know, obviously after World War II and stuff, they stopped teaching that in schools for people to learn to speak like that when they did film and theater. So Americans officially just lost that accent. So that's why people talked differently back then. It wasn't because that's just the way they talked. They were actually taught how to talk like that. The more you know. But anyway, one of the things I liked is how Evans mentioned that CD is between Sonic 1 and 2. We all know that now thanks to Sonic Origins, but yo, I can just remember back then when I used to say that CD was between 1 and 2, and I used to get so much flack and criticism for it, especially my Sonic theories. When I said that, people were like, nah, Sonic CD is after 2 or 3 and Knuckles. Most people were saying it was after 3 and Knuckles, and I was like, why? Blame that on Sonic 4. Man, that game caused a lot of discourse in the Sonic community because it just had a lot of problems with the lore. I won't get into that game, but I remember when they first remastered or remade Sonic CD, Christian Whitehead, that was the first time I heard about Whitehead in 2011. The whole purpose of that was to market Sonic 4 Episode 2, which would come 5 months later. You know, because CD was supposed to serve as like the prequel to Sonic 4. And I was like, wait, so they made it seem like CD happened after 3 and Knuckles. Because with Sonic 4, Sonic wanted to venture out by himself and go solo again. And then don't even get me started with when they had the Sonic 4 official website. And they claimed that Knuckles' story happened at the same time as the main story with Sonic and Tails in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The mental gymnastics they had to go through to come up with that BS. But they took down that site, and that whole manual has been lost through time. I'm glad. And because they never finished Sonic 4, that's been written out of the canon, basically. But another thing that was curious to me in that video was when Evans said that the Time Stones are not Chaos Emeralds, even though they function the same way in the game. So he basically said that, you know, the Time Stones, their powers are that they grant miracles and wishes, and they control time. And I was like, yeah, that's the same thing as the Chaos Emerald. That's the same way they perform. But, you know, that's the way it says in the game, Time Stones. I thought they were going to retcon that and just add Time Stones with the Chaos Emeralds. Because I always thought since Sonic CD was made separately on the Sega CD, they wanted to give the Chaos Emeralds a different name. And, you know, at this point, the Chaos Emerald lore still hasn't been fully established. In Sonic 1, the Chaos Emeralds were only 6. Then Sonic CD, which was made right after but came out a year after Sonic 2, they were called Time Stones, and now they were 7 of them. It wasn't until Sonic 2 that the lore of Chaos Emeralds was established. Chaos Emeralds, there's 7. I do like that a little cutscene at the end of Sonic 1 where there's 6 Chaos Emeralds, he touches them, and then like in a vision another one joins them and it becomes 7. But then they fly over to, I think, that place where Little Island is, or Little Planet. I always thought, okay, so that's just them retconning the time stones and making it Chaos Emeralds. But I guess they were time stones before in Sonic 1 and now they're Chaos Emeralds. I don't know. If you guys can explain the cutscenes and the whole Time Stone Chaos Emerald thing, let me know down in the comments. I did make a video talking about Time Stones perhaps not being canon. I made a video on it a couple years ago, back when Sonic Mania was coming out. But yeah, it's funny how Sega hasn't tried to connect that or make that make sense. But it's whatever, you know. It's just regular Sonic lore stuff that I love to discuss on this channel. Doesn't really mean anything. Time Stones only made an appearance in Sonic CD and never again, so who cares? But that could explain why there is no Super Sonic in Sonic 1 or CD. But anyways, IGN posted their last video on Sonic Frontiers and they dropped a lot of cool information because it was basically a Q&A of everyone asking questions about cyberspace stages. So let's get into these details because they talk about a lot of stuff. So I was going to go through some points, but let's read this quick summary here. The important points is that the guy on IGN, he played the demo in May for 4 hours, and all the 4 hours were in the first island only, Starfall Islands, or Kronos, whatever it's called. There are so far 5 cyberspace levels in the first island. 4 of them was 3D, not sure fully 3D, and one that he didn't play was 2D. So not only are there going to be 2D sections like with Green Hill Zone obviously, but there's going to be some cyberspace stages that are completely 2D. You know, it's whatever. Like if we look at all the 3D Sonic games since Unleashed, there have always been 2D sections. We're talking about 2008, since I was in high school. So it's like, you know, I'm not going to try and complain about it because it's been going on since I was a teenager. So it's like, it's whatever. We haven't had a completely fully 3D Sonic game since 06. So long as the level design is great, I'm not going to complain. It's one thing if you have 2D sections in 3D Sonic games. It's another thing if the level design is as bad as Force's. Then I'm going to complain. But yeah, the 4 cyberspace levels he played were the ones we saw and know about them. Green Hill, Chemical Plant. You know the funny thing about this? The amount of times Chemical Plant has come after Green Hill has almost caused a sort of like Mandela effect. Because like I was talking to one of my friends, I was like, I almost thought Chemical Plant came after Green Hill when I played Sonic 1 back in Sonic Origins. I was like, oh wait, no, it's Marble Zone. Because every game, like we're talking about Sonic Generations, Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, Chemical Plant always came out after Green Hill. So it just made you feel like, okay, it's always the second level after Green Hill. When that's not the case. Chemical Plant is the second level in Sonic 2 after Emerald Hill. Marble Zone is the second level after Green Hill in Sonic 1. But the way Sega has been always putting Chemical Plant after Green Hill like 5 times now, I wouldn't be surprised if the young people who didn't grow up with the classics think that, oh yeah, Chemical Plant always comes out after Green Hill, you know, since day one. It's just crazy how Sega is like rewriting their own history by the way they continue doing things like this. Like, do we have to play Chemical Plant after Green Hill? Really? Can it be another rehash stage? Whatever. So no information about the 2D one because he didn't play that one. The cyberspace levels weren't short or long. It took him 2 minutes or less to finish. Okay, first, he did talk about the cyberspace stages here. He said that there was Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, and a Highway Zone. Those were the 3 out of the 4 cyberspace stages he played. So basically, the only new one he played was the Highway stage. Oh yeah, and the 4th one is a Sky Sanctuary one. But that Highway stage looks like it's new. Some people are telling me that it's based on the city level in Sonic Unleashed. You know, what's it called? Skyscraper Scamper or something like that? I don't think so. It looks quite different. And if it is, it looks very different, which is what I wanted Green Hill to look like at least. If you're going to rehash a stage, at least make it look very different from before. But whatever. Now, 2 minutes, I mean, it ain't so bad. Like, a lot of the levels in Generations were about 2 to 3 minutes if you're really good. But he said it's the replayability that makes him go back to the levels a lot to try and S-rank them and stuff. So if the levels have high replayability, and he said like there's 5 missions per stage or whatever, then I guess that's okay, because with Forces, there was no replayability. Once you're done with the level, like 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes tops. No. A stage in Forces basically ranged between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. I usually never went back to play them, unless if it was to collect those red rings, moon medals and numbered medals, which amounted to nothing. So yeah, hopefully the level design is as good as Generations Unleashed. Now, each cyberspace level has 5 different missions. Each mission gives different rewards. Like I said before, Sonic controls were fine for him. Sonic loses 40 rings when getting hit by enemies. Good, because with these modern games, I don't so much like it when he loses all of his rings. I like it when he just loses a chunk of them. You can run freely in the open world without having to follow the story quests. Now, a lot of people were asking some good questions here. Like, they were asking, are the levels like Generations and Unleashed, or are they like Forces? To be honest, they felt more like Unleashed and Generations to him because no Wisp. So there you have it, guys. Confirmed. No Wisps are in Sonic Frontiers, so we can relax. There's no Classic Sonic and there's no Wisps. However, there's still Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant. We can't escape that. We can't escape that. But one thing though that I will give real props to Sega if they do this is I've noticed that Sonic controls very fluidly in this game compared to his other Boost games. Like, Sonic can just turn on a dime. You don't need a drift. I don't even know if drifting. I think drifting is in this game, but the way I see Sonic just turn around. If they really nail down Sonic's gameplay, like the way he controls his physics in a Boost game, I'm gonna give huge points to Sega for that, because even Generations, which is the best Boost game, Sonic is stiff there. Now, it works for the level and the level design because he has to control stiff. If he was loose as a goose, that would be bad because he'd be just flying off the stage. But he was still stiff there. You couldn't do a lot with him. He basically controlled like a car with the drifting. But if Sonic here can move a lot and is just fluid, that'll be the most fluid Sonic game since the Adventure days. So that's actually going to be quite impressive for a Boost game. Now, if you kept the rings counter max, the Boost aura becomes blue and Sonic becomes faster. That's great. Sonic has special combats that he can use after filling up a combat gauge. If you do combat without getting hit, you get some power-ups for your combat. And also, Sonic has a drop dash. Can Sonic spin dash and stuff? He says no. Sonic still controls like he does in the Boost games with Boost. But he can drop dash. And that's great because the last time I saw Sonic drop dash in a 3D game was in that fan game called Project Hero or something. That's going to be great to see him drop dash. That's a move that Sega has really tried to implement in a lot of their games after Mania. So that's going to be cool. And he said there's no Chow. He didn't see any Chow in the game. But I hope there's going to be a Chow Garden, just to appease the Chow Garden fans. And he said the music is improved too, so that's good. Now, another thing, he said there's no real momentum in this game. People were asking him, like, how good is the momentum? He says, to be honest, it felt similar to other Boost Sonic games. The momentum didn't really matter. So what I'm getting at is that the momentum is minimal if it's there at all. And honestly, I don't mind because, like, I didn't even realize there was real momentum in Generations and Unleashed until that one video where the guy was showing the momentum versus the Kishimoto directed games like Sonic Colors and Forces. So, I mean, whether or not there's momentum is not going to be as big of an issue except for the open world, because in order for an open world Sonic game to be more fun, there's got to be some kind of momentum there. So I don't know, I guess I won't know until I actually play it. So yeah, those are the most important details found in the video. Now let's read this Game Informer. This was actually paid content. You have to pay to read this, but thankfully we're not doing that shit because I hate Game Informer, more like Lame Informer. They've always given Sonic games like negative scores over some dumb reasons. They gave Sonic Generations like a 6 out of 10. And the reason why is because they said that they didn't like the new levels like Crisis City and stuff. It reminded them of the bad Sonic games like Sonic 06, and they should have just had more classic Sonic and more old stages. Very stupid reason, but whatever. Alright, now more details about Big Minigame. One of the Cyberspace portals is for Big Minigame. You collect the purple coins in the open world so you can visit him again. Okay, so the purple coins represents Big the Cat. That's nice. You can purchase multiple collectibles from him like gears, keys, Amy Heart tokens, and more. Now, endless possibility. I continue my mission from before, collecting portal gears by defeating bosses so I can enter cyberspace and earn vault keys. During my time exploring these cyberspace stages, I played through a chemical plant zone inspired stage, and another that takes its design and thematic inspiration from Green Hill. However, that's not all that happens. I encounter another familiar face in one portal, Big the Cat. And also, guys, it's safe to say that Green Hill Zone is going to be the first zone we play in Sonic Frontiers, because I heard that you first start out the game in cyberspace and Sonic escapes it and ends up in Starfall Islands. I don't know, Sega's always going to make Green Hill Zone the first stage. We better get used to it. It's been that way since Generations. Yes, Lost World still counts as Green Hill Zone to me. Windy Hill Valley or Windy Valley, whatever, is the same as Green Hill. The friend to Froggy is ready with his fishing rod and teaches me how to take part in Sonic Frontiers fishing minigame. Landing my first fish adds a token to my inventory. With this new currency, I can buy various items like portal gear fragments, voice diaries, vault keys, or even the sequence items like Amy's Heart collectibles. In the future, I'll need to give big purple coins from around the world to get additional chances to fish. I don't waste too much time in the portal, but I make a mental note to keep an eye open for purple coins. It seems like that shop he's running could come in handy. So this plays very much like Mario Odyssey, it seems. Remember those purple coins in the different kingdoms and use it to buy gear, clothes, outfits, all that stuff, more moons? So I like that. It says after results screen that shows how I did in stage 1-1, Sonic awakens alone and disoriented. A disembodied voice calls out to the bewildered Sonic. After reacting to Sonic doing the impossible, escaping from what it calls cyberspace, it delivers clear, concise instructions. Find the Chaos Emeralds and destroy the Titans. Since Sonic was already trying to track down his favorite gems, he figures this is as good of guidance as any. Some direction is better than none, he says, with a shrug, and he speeds off into Kronos Island. Wow. That's the first time Sonic doesn't say some kind of smart-ass quip. Yo, I'm going to be interested in hearing Roger Craig Smith deliver a more serious, grounded Sonic since Ian Flynn's writing the story. If you notice, we haven't heard Roger Craig Smith at all so far, so I hope to be surprised hearing him. Now, following 1-3, or Zone 1 Act 3, a cutscene plays, showing Eggman stuck in cyberspace. As he tries to figure out how to get out of this digital prison, the scene flashes to Sonic in his own predicament. An enormous titan looms over our blue hero. A childlike character, possibly the one from the earlier cutscene with Amy, that Sage the villain, appears to Sonic and warns him not to attack the titan. Sonic fails to heed the warning and the headstrong hedgehog hurtles at it. Typical Sonic. With no effort at all, the titan sends Sonic soaring in the opposite direction. He's clearly no match. Sonic realizes he needs the Chaos Emeralds if he's going to stand a chance against something so powerful. So this girl is hella powerful, wow. Flynn also drops in various references to other games in the series. According to Azuka, these short voice lines, such as the one where Sonic talks about how Kronos Island would be a great location for a Chow Garden, are meant to establish that not only is this a continuation of the Sonic stories we know from previous titles, but that it's the latest game on the Sonic timeline. Okay, they've been doing that for a while. Escape from the city. True to the Hedgehog's love of speed, Sonic Frontiers wastes little time setting the table for the adventure to come. In the first of two cutscenes, Dr. Eggman arrives on an isolated island and approaches a mysterious artifact. Typical Eggman. He places a device on the artifact and begins uploading his AI. "The ancient secrets will be mine," he excitedly exclaims. However, the island already has its own AI, or something like it. A voice from the artifact activates its protection protocol, absorbing Eggman into the object. So Eggman's plan immediately backfires on him. That's very interesting. But that's about it. I'm done reading. The other ones are quite repetitive. But what do you guys think about all this? Are you more excited for this game, or are you cautiously optimistic like me? What do you think about the cyberspace stages? Are you disappointed on how the cyberspace stage is going to rehash a lot of levels like Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary? And we're definitely getting more. Do you want to see more new levels and old levels? Or do you not care about it at all? Let me know. But right, that's all I got for now. So that wraps it up with all the Sonic Frontiers news this month. I'm pretty sure things are going to slow down next month, but we'll see. But take care, guys. Until next time, I'm out.